Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Bringing the Vision video. What I guess today is something a little bit different. So today, I want to sit down with you guys and talk about something I would 100% recommend using for console players. This is something that might really help you out for hitting more shots, being a little bit better at the game in general, and just having a little bit of better accuracy overall. Now I do understand the struggle of having good accuracy and good aim on consoles. I did play the Division 1 on Xbox, and I kind of come from that background, so I do understand that having pretty good aim in this game is not the easiest thing, especially for PvP, and sometimes in PvE scenarios, it's not really the easiest thing to hit all your shots. But I want to talk about something that I would really recommend you try out, and this is something you can also apply for PC if you do play on PC, but there's really no point since you're already using a mouse and keyboard. It's already easy to hit the majority of your shots, at least in my opinion, for the Division with a mouse, so again, this is kind of more dedicated for console players. So what I'm talking about is actually this weapon. This is a new named weapon with Warlords of New York. It is called Glory Days, and it's a really good named weapon in my opinion, as I said, for console players. The reason why is because of the perfect talent it actually has. So what it comes with is perfect nearsighted, and what it does is receive plus 100% stability at the cost of minus 35% optimal range. Now this AR is pretty much the custom P416, but again, it's pretty much a named version of it. Now this talent, in my opinion, is really good because it is essentially a laser beam of a assault rifle. It doesn't matter if you are, using a damage build, if you're using a skill build, if you're using a tank build. If you want the perfect accuracy that most PC players can get with a mouse and keyboard on consoles, this is a weapon you should really go for. Now, yes, you will be missing out on something like Strained or another kind of talent for damage, so you're not really going to be getting the most potential damage you can with certain builds. Like if you swap this out for a FAMAS or a custom P416 with Strained, obviously yes, you will be getting more damage, but this is a weapon you can use to go for more headshots, to pretty much connect more bullets in the game. Now, I've been using it a little bit on PC, and I'll tell you something, if it wasn't as easy to aim with a mouse and keyboard as it is in this game, this is a weapon I would be running because I do love using ARs. I'm not really too much of an LMG person, not really too much of a SMG person. For some reason, I always like using ARs, and I'll tell you this, I played a couple missions with this, a couple control points, and it is a very fun weapon to use because again, it's pretty much just a laser beam that doesn't move. So if you are struggling, if you are having a hard time connecting your shots, try this weapon out. It's a really good weapon, and especially with the upcoming buff to ARs happening in Title Update 9 later on this month, this weapon will be even better with the damage output. Now the one thing I do want to say is I would also recommend using a mod with accuracy. So it can be your scope, it can be something else, but make sure you have something with accuracy because although the weapon doesn't move at all, like up and down, it does have the bloom effect that if you keep firing it, the bullets get a little bit more inaccurate since the kind of bloom gets larger and the bullets just go everywhere. So to kind of counter that, I do put on a T2 micro red dot sight to pretty much counter that and give me 10% extra accuracy and make the weapon a little bit more accurate from even further distance. Now for the other mods, it doesn't really matter what you use. You can go with crit chance, critical hit damage. That's really up to you and what you want to go for. If you like using something like crit chance, if you want to stack crit chance, go for it. If you have already a lot of crit chance on that build, go for critical hit damage. It's really up to you. For this weapon, I would recommend using a build with a lot of headshot damage. Since again, it really has no recoil, the majority of the time it is going to allow you to go for headshots with ease from a distance. So again, headshots will pretty much give you the most damage kind of output. So stack that wherever you can on your gear, on your mods, and as your attachments as well. Now, although the P416 is not really the best weapon or the best AR in its category, something like the FAMAS is a little bit better. The P416 is still up there. It's a top 2 or top 3 weapon. And again, in the future when the ARs do get buffed, this is going to be a very viable weapon to use for PvE and even for PvP. The one thing I do want to say is whenever you're farming for this weapon or if you're going to be using this weapon, make sure you have the damage targets out of cover as the attribute, because if you don't, you'll be missing out on a lot of damage, and although it's only 10% as the max roll, it's still better than using something else because already you're not using strain, so you're missing out on damage right there, and also if you don't have the 10% damage targets out of cover, you'll be missing more damage for your build. So definitely make sure you get this, either roll this on or keep farming for a drop that has damage to targets out of cover. Now, the way you actually get this weapon is pretty simple. So there's two ways. The first way is by hitting rank 4 on the season pass, which the majority of you guys should already have this weapon. But if you don't, you deleted it, which is okay. I know some people did do that as well, you know, if it did have trash rolls. But the other way you can get this weapon is by farming just missions or control points, or just killing NPCs in the open world, and you can get this from the loot pool. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get since it is a named weapon, but if you farm something like areas that are assault rifle kind of drops, like the targeted loot is assault rifles, or specific missions that have assault rifles as the targeted loot, this is something that will kind of help you out with the chances of getting this as a drop. So yeah, like I said, this is something I would 100% recommend you guys try out for consoles if you are having issues with your aim. For PvP, for PvE, this weapon overall is a pretty good gun. It's one of the most kind of underrated weapons in my opinion in the game. A lot of people kind of just put it to the side, but the talent on this thing is actually really good. So as I said, try it out. Let me know if you like it. If you don't, go back to your normal weapons, but try this out, see if it helps you out, and you know, I really hope it does for at least some of you. So anyway, that's going to be everything for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.